just don't think we gave a full account of ourselves today. Battled pretty hard, obviously, against a very, very good team, but yeah, we're just disappointed. You know, it was always going to be a tough ask coming over here, but I suppose we just feel we can maybe give a full account of what we may be capable of doing. I think.
Can you just give us your version or your vision of what happened at scrum time, and do you think that was the sort of turning point or sort of decisive factor in the game?
Yeah, they put a lot of pressure on us in that area. I think the way the French team scrummage, they're always, you know, the tight head will go across, and they started walking us forward a few times, you know, and it's tough to counteract once that tight head gets inside our loose head, and yeah, we just didn't cope with it, you know. And it's a powerful weapon that a lot of French teams use, the national team as well, and yeah, it was a disappointing aspect of our game. I think, you know, we take pride in our scrum normally, and we were a little bit disappointed the way it performed.
Were there aspects of your game that you thought that you were pleased with?
Yeah, I think with the way we battled, I think, you know, at the breakdown, I think Toulouse kicked the ball a lot as well, like a lot of attacking, kicking, I suppose, you know. Maybe we didn't get full opportunity to really attack them in that area. When the game was tied at 9-0, I think we had a chance there on our line where we had a line in, we gave away a pretty soft penalty for, you know, a technical offence, you know, and it's we just needed to get our nose in front of the game, you know. We battled hard to get back to 9-0, and I think just if we managed to sneak in front, you know, just have a bit of a lead to defend. But I think when a team like Toulouse wants to get a lead, it's hard work, you know. It's hard work to get back into the game, and obviously 2 quick tries were a killer blow.
You mentioned the silly penalties there, or one at 9-0. Is that the real killer for you overall?
It's hard to, I think, reflect on one instance in the game. You know, it was a real opportunity for us where we had them on the rack, I suppose, you know. And after that penalty led to a scrum which led to a penalty, which obviously they went to the corner, and then they scored a try eventually off that as well. So, you know, it's quite a big swing in that maybe 4-minute period, 3 or 4 minute period. You know, like we always knew we were going to have a few opportunities down here, and you know, like it's such small margins. You know, we had to take every opportunity, and just unfortunately we couldn't do it today. But again, like you come up against a very, very good team, and you know, like that's the way it's always going to be. And we're a bit disappointed we didn't when we had that. That was one of our best attacking opportunities, and we didn't convert. You know. Just like it was, unfortunately.
Leo, did you feel that you lacked precision in your finishing, your composure at times let you down, and you were disciplined?
I think we gave away too many penalties, definitely. Yeah. Yeah, like when you get to this stage, you just can't afford it. You know, it's going to kill it. You come up against good teams, kickers with pretty good percentages, and yeah, it was a big aspect for us. Yeah, our discipline, soft penalties.
Where do you go from here in terms of the rest of the season?
There's a game against Edinburgh next week, and go try and get ourselves a home semi-final, and then push on from there. You know, once you get a home semi-final, then it's, you know, 2 more games in the season. It'd be sad if we didn't come away with anything from the year. Everyone's put a lot of work in to get us into this stage. You know, but that's, you know, we got to mark ourselves on how we react from these losses. Still plenty to play for, you know. Obviously we've potentially 3 games left in our season, and need to win all 3 games, I guess.
You're obviously pretty familiar with Munster, less probably with Biarritz, but imagining that was Munster that wins tomorrow, how would you see them going against this Toulouse side?
Munster are always going to be dangerous. They have so much experience in the competition. Very experienced team. They can rise to the big occasion. They're not afraid of travelling to France. You've seen that over the years. The result down in Perpignan earlier on the year was, I suppose, a real statement of what they're about, I guess, you know, going down to a place that is feared by so many, I suppose, and coming out with a 4-try bonus on that day. So yeah, they'll have no fears. Like they beat Toulouse before in France. they know they beat the Brits before as well, so it's not an unfamiliar surrounding for them. So yeah, they're like obviously they're a championship team, I suppose, and they're always going to be thereabouts.
Leo, did you take something from the game?
To 9-all, we didn't take an opportunity in the first half. Whereas it was very, very close, but just spilled it on over the line, and that could have been a 7-pointer.
Modern game just becoming impossible, Brian. Is that a factor? Do you think?
Absolutely no factor whatsoever. Today was about one game, and it was about a team that took their opportunities and a side that didn't. On another day, we could have taken those, and it might have been tighter at the death. And we're talking about being in a final and being in a semi-final of another competition, but that's not the case. So we'll have to make do with attempting to win a Magnus League this season.
I know it's a bit of a mystery to you what happened in the scrum, but from your perspective out there, what effect did that have? You do need a quality platform to set up your first place possession. We've always been a side, certainly in Ireland, about the Leinster and the national team about attacking off first phase, not just looking to set up to try and get into subsequent phases, about attacking, and a lot of the time I found that the first phase is about...
Petite réaction sur ce match, peut-être un peu de marqué, toi personnellement, et puis de réaction toi sur ton match et puis sur cette qualification.
Bon, l'image de l'équipe, en première mi-temps un peu compliquée, où on était, même si on gagne 9-0 au bout d'un moment, c'est vrai qu'on n'a pas réussi à mettre en place notre jeu, les Irlandais jouaient beaucoup, nous mettaient sous pression, et puis après sur le mi-temps, on s'est lâché, on a mis en place notre jeu, on a mis du rythme, on a trouvé des solutions, on marque deux beaux essais, et puis voilà, on va à la finale d'or, donc c'est bien pour nous.
Vous l'avez senti dès le début, vous étiez bien dans le match, on vous sentait serein, concentré, mais vous personnellement en particulier, aussi c'est du grand David Skrela aujourd'hui.
Ouais, ça, on le dit après le match, mais voilà, je crois qu'on essaie de se préparer le mieux possible avant, on peut partout, on essaie que tout soit nickel, mais après le match il faut le jouer, et ce qu'on vit en match on le prévoit rarement avant, donc voilà. Je crois que c'est à l'image de l'équipe, on n'a rien lâché, on a fait un grand match aujourd'hui face à une très belle équipe et ça nous permet d'aller au Stade de France.
Les paquets c'était fondamental, les paquets.
Oui, le paquet d'avant est énorme, que ce soit mêlé sur les rucks, je crois qu'ils ont mis sous pression ces Irlandais, ils nous ont permis d'avoir des pénalités, de prendre le devant au score et d'avoir des super ballons à jouer, et c'est grâce à eux qu'on marque ces essais.
Do you feel that you could have or should have been ahead at half-time?
No, we didn't deserve to be ahead at half-time. No. I don't think so. I think we just fought as hard as we could. There was no. I suppose, like maybe once upon a time, it would have been seen as a really courageous loss, and we put everything out on lunch. We did. I think physically we were really good, but and we took it right to them. But we have to be accurate at the highest level. We have to be really accurate at this level. And, especially if you're playing with less ball in the opposition, and when we had our chances we weren't clinical enough with the ball. We dropped the ball too much and we kicked the ball probably a few times, but just too easily, gave them the ball too easily. They didn't have to work for it.
In italiano.
Yeah.
Grande delusione, però loro non hanno rubato niente.
Sempre delusione quando perdi in semifinale. A livello di gioco noi difensivamente abbiamo fatto il massimo perché loro hanno avuto tutto il pallone, ma in attacco non eravamo lì oggi.
Nella mischia avete sofferto?
Mischia abbiamo sofferto un po', ma anche quando eravamo in parità a livello mischia non abbiamo usato la palla abbastanza.